During most interviews, you will be asked behavioral-based interview questions. It's important when responding to these questions to use a specific example from your past. Employers ask these questions because they believe that past actions are the best predictor of future behavior. There's a specific way to respond to behavioral interview questions. It's called the STAR method. When you respond to behavioral interview questions, you're telling a story with a beginning, middle, and an end. Start with the situation and task. Set the stage for your listener. What was happening in your example? What was the task at hand? Next, describe your actions. What did you do? What was your role in the situation? Last, describe the result. What happened in the end?
Tell me about a time that you personally had to resolve a conflict with either in a customer situation or a peer situation.
There was an opportunity a while back, and a customer needed me to they needed some help, and I decided that I would help them. I was in one location and they were kind of far away, but so like leaving the area, that I was given was, for me was like my going above and beyond.
That's where you felt you went above and beyond, was leaving your assigned area.
Yes.
Well, I'm pretty easygoing. I really don't get into too many conflicts, and whenever there's a stressful situation, I just tend to avoid it. Pass the responsibility to somebody else. I don't work well with stress. I'm pretty laid back. Really metal surfer kind of dude. So.
Okay. Tell me about a time that you personally had to resolve a conflict.
A couple of semesters ago, I was in a class that it was a project-based class throughout the whole semester. So that means for 15 weeks, the instructor separated us by majors. Our process needed an overhaul. We had meetings every Sunday. In one particular meeting, 15 minutes into it, we've yet to complete a memo subject line, one sentence. What I did was I started at the bottom of the list and worked to the top. I was trying to demonstrate that we could be more efficient with this process by having one person do the work and the other 3 people edit it. When I finally handed the work over for the others to edit, one of the individuals scoffed. At the end of the next class meeting, I actually asked a guy who happened to scoff when I handed the work over what he thought about me. He told me that I was overbearing. At the end of the semester, the individual actually thanked me because we cut our meetings down from 3 hours to 1 hour. Later that year, I happened to see him in the hall, and he was in a group in which the individuals were deadline-oriented, and he actually thanked me for showing him, because he now understood how I felt during the meetings in which they were deadline-oriented.
Okay, good example.
Currently, I'm the manager over at the Bernhardt Center for Western Michigan University, and there's a student group, and their room was taken. And so that's a really big problem when students come in and they don't have their room, they're having meetings, and it's supposed to be on time. So the situation was brought to my attention, and I had to obviously address the situation pretty quickly so that they could start their meeting. So what happened was I had wanted to speak to the student president and pulled them aside and really apologize about the inconvenience that they were experiencing. Ask them, the specific questions, what kind of size room do you need? How many people are coming? What time does the meeting start? And so as quickly as possible, I got them in that room so they could start their meeting.
The Career Center can help you learn how to respond to behavioral-based interview questions. Stop by during our drop-in hours or schedule an appointment with one of our career advisors to receive help. practice interviews occur during our pre-scheduled appointments. And don't forget about all of our interviewing resources on our website.